Hey, just finishing out my Yuga set for today and testing out a new format. My name's Ashley Mundy and this is the Progress Machine.
Hey, morning. How you doing today? Good? Good to hear. Good to hear. Me? I'm still super duper. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I've got a hell of a camera angle here, don't I? Doing my best. Basically, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I need to sit down for this one. Day 21 of the 21-day challenge is done. Dusted. In the bag. I did it. I feel like it's all hit me today. I am just empty. Before I proceed, just going to preface this by saying that this last episode is going to be mainly a review and summary of the whole thing put together and a bit of a look going into the future. So what I plan to do with the channel is continue making content, definitely, but just on a more ongoing basis. That clip at the beginning was a hell of a thing to put together, but now, I've got that to use at the beginning of my videos, reviewed what I said yesterday. And the good thing about problems is that as soon as you identify them, you can come up with solutions. If I believe my problem is poor sound quality and it's not catching people's attention quick enough, cool, I can fix that. I'll put an exciting start card in, and definitely need to get a microphone. So I'm going to start looking into how much that's going to cost me and what I'm going to need to do that. So I'm going to be doing the cooking show Wing It, which I will either be bringing out just straight onto this channel or I'll be starting another channel, but I'll give you updates on that. If you want to find out more about it as it updates, go and follow me on Twitter. I'll put a link to my Twitter account down in the description. I'm also going to be planning on engaging with my Twitter a bit more often now that I'm not going to be spending so much time with the actual videos, self-recording and editing, that sort of thing. But I do have a lot of ideas for future videos, ideas and concepts that I didn't really get to delve much into during this experience, where I was just sort of telling you the things that were coming up and the things that were relevant to my experience at the time. I'm going to be, making some more concrete content around specific issues, all mainly to do with personal development. Keeping that sort of theme running. I know there's lots of personal development stuff out there, but I really do believe that I have a unique take on a lot of things. So I'm just going to keep offering it. And if you want to listen to it, good on you. If you don't, then there's got to be a reason you've watched this far, right? All right, bit of a camera angle change, chopping off the top of my head, but maybe I won't get that fuzzy shit anymore. So something I have to explain just in case you haven't heard this one, because I only think I said it in one video, but the purpose of this series is to inspire you to take on a 21-day challenge. That doesn't mean fitness, that doesn't mean guitar, that doesn't mean any one thing in particular. The point is, pick something you've been putting off. Pick something that you want to do. Pick something you want to be good at. I'm sure there's something in your life that you've always had bouncing around in your head. I want to be able to do that. But you just haven't made the commitment for one reason or another. It doesn't really matter, okay? The circumstances don't matter, all that matters is the result. So the purpose of this series is to inspire you to start that journey at day one, okay? Do the thing, watch my first video, and then do it every day. And as you do it, this is the essential part. This is the important part. This is the part that makes it stick. As you're doing it, record your progress every day. Okay, and I don't just mean like track the numbers. I mean, record your experience, write a journal, do a vlog, just do something to articulate how you feel and what you're experiencing as you're going through the learning process for the first 21 days. Having that obligation to yourself to every night have to sit down and write something in a diary or do the filming of yourself, I cannot express how much it helps, how much it keeps you accountable, and how much more you learn. Moving on, I'm going to be talking about the summary. Now, I do want to say, honestly, if you're watching this because you're trying to get something out of it, if you are trying to develop yourself, if you're taking on the 21-day challenge, if anything that I've said through my series, if you've been watching, has resonated with you at all, I urge you, turn off this video now. Come back to it once you finish your 21-day challenge, okay? Just trust me. Just trust me. I'm not going to say too much more than that, but as I said, if you respect me and the thing that I'm doing and you believe that I'm trying to help you, then trust me, turn the video off, finish your 21-day challenge. There's plenty of other stuff. Watch those as you go. And then once you've finished, then come and watch this, because the stuff I'm about to talk about, you aren't going to get anything from if you haven't finished the challenge. That being said, if you just watch my videos for entertainment value, firstly, why? Secondly, sure, watch it. I mean, I suppose if nothing I've said to you is sinking in and you've decided not to take on the challenge, not to push yourself, not to try, nothing I say now is going to make things any worse for you, so by all means continue. Okay, so at this point I'm going to assume that the only people that are watching this are people that don't care and people that have watched the 21-day challenge. Now, if you're in the latter category, fucking good job. Good fucking job. No, seriously, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Really, like deeply from the bottom of my heart. Fantastic effort. I could not be more astonished. You have just managed to pull off a commitment that I would guess only 1% of the entire population are ever capable of actually doing. Okay, you push the excuses out of the way. You push through the hard times and you got the hardest step out of the way. You got started, you committed to it. Fucking bravo. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, I imagine you can just keep the momentum going now. Like, you've done it this far, 21 days in a row. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. If you've done it this long, then just keep going. Okay, if you want to keep tracking your results, like I said, then do that. Otherwise, just go with the flow. Let it happen. You're in the habit now. Keep going. Okay, now, it's finally time for me to reveal to you the big secret about the 21-day challenge. Before I started doing this series, this whole thing started as an idea in my head of, I want to start doing these things, and they say it takes 21 days to make a habit, so do a 21-day challenge. Once that idea came to my head, I thought to myself, well, before I go preaching this shit, I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to go look up some research on how the whole 21-day to make a habit thing works. What I discovered was, it doesn't. It doesn't take 21 days to make a habit. Yeah, it's just a really popular myth. I only looked into it a little bit, but the clinical research, I'll explain in a second why I put that in air quotes, shows that it actually takes, on average, about 66 days to make a habit, give or take, depending on how difficult you perceive the task to be. Now, I saw that and it sort of floored me for a second, and at first, it made me feel really discouraged. And then once I felt that resistance, that like, oh, well, if it takes 66 days, then what's the point? It's like, oh, it's a good excuse. It's a good excuse not to do it, right? It's a real good excuse. 66 days, that's like more than 2 months. Jesus Christ. But then it got me thinking, if it takes 66 days to make or break a habit, give or take depending on how difficult the habit is to you, why is it that so much of the personal development literature endorse the 21-day rule? Heck, Tony Robbins, man, like the godfather of personal development for our era, he preaches it like gospel. 21 days to make a habit, just do it for 21 days. And people go along with it. And that got me thinking, well, the clinical research shows that it takes 66 days to make a habit. So now, if everyone who tried to start a new habit after 21 days found that the habit was no easier, or the task was no easier, and they didn't get any momentum and it didn't work, then the myth wouldn't exist. No one would say it because it wouldn't work. This comes all the way back to what I said. Knowledge is an idea with utility. And the way I see it, the idea that it takes 66 days to make a habit for yourself is not a good idea. It does not have utility. It's discouraging. It's unhelpful. So that's why I say clinical research, because who gives a fuck? Because you know what clinical research doesn't factor in? Belief. Oh yeah, oh Corny Ashley, oh apparent belief, da da da. Yeah, if you're going to say that, shut the fuck up, because at the end of the day, so many people believe that it takes 21 days to make a habit, and guess what? At the end of the 21 days, the habit's made. Look at me. When I saw that 66-day bullshit, I threw that straight out the window. Like any other excuse. And I chose to believe that it only takes 21 days to make a habit. It's long enough that it's difficult and testing, but it's short enough that it's achievable. That's what's more important. Because, as I said yesterday, it is a habit now. Man, it doesn't matter how many scientists come to me and say, oh, well, it's not really a habit because the clinical... Like, it doesn't matter. Fact is, when I wake up in the morning, I feel like going to do my workout. As I said, it's not a debate to me anymore. I just do it. What else is a habit? Really, what's the other definition of a habit? Because as far as I can tell, that it's become habitual, or at least it is 10 times more habitual than it was the day I started. And what really matters? What's right? What's wrong? What's objectively true? Like, no. Once again, knowledge is an idea with utility. And if you find a better idea with more utility, then knock down that stupid, useless knowledge. Because you and me and them don't know shit. None of us know shit. All we have is a bunch of ideas. And some of them are really good ideas. Some ideas are really shitty, even if they're true. I choose to accept my reality because my reality is the only one that matters to me. And I can construct my reality to be whatever I want it to be because it's about my perception of the task, not the objective reality of the task. Objective reality is a joke. Objective reality is where nihilism comes from. Because objective reality says, I am an insignificant speck of carbon with a tiny little lifespan, and everything I do will be forgotten in 200 short years. Okay, and at the end of the day, nothing matters because anything any human's done is completely inconsequential because none of it is going to matter at the heat death of the universe. And that's all inevitable. Fuck off. No. You know what? If you want to accept that as your reality, you can. Because that's the power you have as a human being. You can accept that. 100%. What good's it going to do you though? Do you think that's a really good idea? Do you think that's an idea with utility? Do you think that idea is going to carry you anywhere? Do you know where that idea is going to carry you? To an early fucking grave. Heck, what sort of ideology do you think suicidal school shooters have? Do you think they have a philosophy of personal belief? Or do you think that they're nihilistic and they believe nothing matters? So, I choose to believe that the 21-day challenge will make me a better person. And it has. It's made me stronger. It's made me fitter. It's made me mentally stronger. I'll tell you my outcomes of the 21-day challenge. I've improved dramatically in guitar. My dietary habits have drastically improved. I don't eat a pack of mince pies a day, which I used to do, which I was doing this time last year. I don't do that anymore. Okay? I have a smoothie for breakfast every morning. I've been cooking conscientiously healthy dinners. I exercise every day. Also, my video editing skills have improved dramatically. And I'm able to actually have a lot of fun with the way I edit videos now compared to when I started when I was just fiddling around with it and didn't have any fucking clue what was going on. So my outcomes, I can count them, bro. I have made massive outcomes and look at the grin on my face. I am stoked on life right now. And yeah, you know what? I didn't quit smoking. Boo-hoo. That's the next bridge to cross. So now that I've told you this, you have a choice. You can either take the objective reality and use it as an excuse to fall off the wagon and give up tomorrow, take a day off. Oh, well, the 21 days was for nothing because it turns out it's 66 days to make a habit. Or you can choose to give yourself a massive pat on the back because you fucking did it. And that is awesome. That is awesome that you are standing here right now with that under your belt. I bet that if I told you that you were able to achieve what you just achieved 4 months ago, you would laugh. And you'd probably come up with an excuse to not do it. But you fucking did it. Here you are. Congratulations. So you know what? Fuck the 66 days. It's a habit now. You've done it for 21 days. Keep it going, baby. At the end of the day, one of the most prominent things that I've said through this whole challenge, my favorite quote so far, is I'm here to put an end to excuses. So I guess all I have to say is thank you. Thank you for helping me do that. You don't have an excuse. You've finally realized it. Because if you've made it to 21 days and you haven't stopped the whole time, I imagine you have had hundreds of excuses pop up. I know, because I've been doing it. It's rough. You've had plenty of reasons to stop, and they've all been justified. But you've looked at them, acknowledged them, and got on with your shit. Because you know the only thing that matters is your result. It doesn't matter to anybody else. It only matters to you. I'm proud of you. All right, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up now. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab my guitar and show you how far I've managed to develop since my other video that I did with the guitar. I will put an annotation for that video either up here or put a link down in the description. Wish me luck. Okay, there it is. Took a few shots, a little bit nervous doing it on camera, but that's my progression. So, once again, still a work in progress. But it's better than I did last week, and honestly, I'm just as stoked with being able to do that as I was with what I was capable of doing before. And that's just it. That's what it is with skills. It's just about enjoying the process. Don't be so focused on the outcome. Yeah, one day, I hope to be able to do the whole Gerudo Valley theme flawlessly, in time, at the right speed, right? But just because I'm not able to do that after 3 weeks of grueling practice doesn't mean I feel any less fulfilled, right? Because I enjoy the process. I every single time I manage to get a part that I couldn't do before, every time I screw something up, but then get it right the next time I give it a shot, it feels really good, you know? It's just, as I said in Saturday's video, it's about overcoming adversity a lot of times in a really small space of time. And so I'm finding that the more I'm practicing, the more I want to practice, because I'm learning how to enjoy the process. And I imagine, once again, if you have been doing the 21-day challenge, then you've probably learned as well. This is a message that goes out to all of you people, you cheeky little buggers that decided to keep watching this video even after I told you not to. Go and do the 21-day challenge. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't have any effect on me. In fact, I will never know if you do it or not. But you will know. You know that you're capable of doing these things. You've got that hidden under layers of excuses. Reasons why I shouldn't. Reasons why you can put it off. Reasons why you should do it later instead of today. Fucking just do it, man. I can't tell you. I can't express or explain to you how great it feels. I feel fucking amazing. I've done it. It's in the bag. And yeah, I don't know what's next, but I'm super excited for it, because if I manage to achieve this, fucking, I can do anything. I can. I can do anything I fucking put my mind to, and so can you. So, with that, I'm going to sign off for the day. I've had a fucking phenomenal weekend. I've had a phenomenal 3 weeks, and I've had a great time doing this 21-day challenge, so I cannot recommend it more enough. Again, do it, get it started, have fun with it. Have a fucking blast. And hey, if you do the 21-day challenge, look, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter. If you need some encouragement, if you need a boost, if you need some motivation or some advice, I'm an open book, guys. Okay, come to me. This is what I live to do. Okay, I want to help you succeed. Anyway, that's enough yammering on for me. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me on my adventure. I really look forward to seeing you around in the future, seeing what fucking other stupid shit I come up with. But until then, love yous, good luck in your adventures, good luck in your endeavors, and I'll see you on the flip side.